So, Christian, I still want you to get a little closer to Eric. You're out of my screen. Yay. So, we're excited today. Welcome to the Savannah Tribune Speaks. We're excited to have Christian Vo, who is the owner of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing of Savannah's Low Country. And joining Christian today is Eric Hamlin, Benjamin Franklin's Plumbing's lead plumber. Plumbing, that's a tongue twister there. So Eric has over 20 years of experience in plumbing. He is trusted for quality work, honest communication, reliable solutions on every job, and delivering exceptional customer service. So today, Christian and Eric are going to discuss maintaining plumbing for a safer and healthier home and provide you with some actionable advice to protect your home. So we're glad to have you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Now, my first question is really, nobody knows what comes out of that tap. So we often assume our tap water is safe, but what happens after it enters your home, and what's in your drinking water?
That's a great question. Yeah, you probably don't want to know what's in your drinking water most of the time. I think what we do a lot of is if we have an HVAC system, we maintain that because we're going to be afraid of it going out in July and being uncomfortable. We maintain our car, we change our oil because we don't want to get stuck on the roadside. But what we don't often think about, because they're out of sight most of the time, is that our pipes. And so we don't see the corrosion, we don't see the state of especially if you have cast iron or galvanized, you're not going to see what's happening to those pipes. But if you did, you probably wouldn't want to drink out of it. You'd probably have the same fear as your HVAC going out. So some of the things that could be in your water, especially if you're in these older homes in Savannah, if you have cast iron or galvanized, you might have heavy metals, you might have zinc, iron, rust. If you have city water, you could have chlorine, sediment. You could also have plastics, microplastics from runoff that can all enter the water system. So we at Benjamin Franklin do home water tests. We test for these elements in your water, and we have solutions to help you avoid that and to protect yourself and your home. And Eric he's the expert in those filtration systems, the different types of filtration systems that could fit any home.
Christian, come into the screen a little more. There we are.
Get out of there.
Yeah. Eric has given you a little room because there's quite a gap between the two of you. That's good.
Hey, Kristen mentioned.
So tell me about the filtration.
There's a lot of different methods to accomplish whatever your end goal is. Best way to do is to test your water. We can do some testing for total dissolved solids. If it comes to microplastics and things like that, they need to be sent to a lab. Depending on your final goal, there's a solution for everyone. If it's just drinking water, we can accommodate that. There's softening filtration units, which remove the hard metals from water. There's whole house filtration that removes most of the solids. Typically they'll have a scale inhibitor, which still leaves the minerals, but changes their form. There's a solution for everyone.
So I think, and some of the signs of your water being contaminated are obvious. You're going to have maybe smell or discoloration. What else did you mention? Oh, you have this, Eric's been scale buildup, things like that. But I don't think you should always wait to have those very obvious things pop up. There could be things in your water that you can't see or smell. And so the main thing is to make sure to protect yourself and your health and find out first what's in it and then figure out how to filter it.
So does that mean I need to have my water tested? Every home should have the water tested.
It doesn't hurt. Everything's going to be pretty universal. We have hard water here in Savannah. We know these things are in the water. So you may as well test and see what's in there, and if you want a solution for that, you can find one.
Because, we have all of these opportunities to boil water, and I don't know how, I guess that's to get all the stuff out that comes through the pipes.
Exactly. You can make your own bottled water at home if you wanted.
Because it can be there's a screen or some type of filter that you can use in your in the faucet.
Exactly. At your sink, you can put in a reverse osmosis system, and that forces the water through a membrane and removes everything from the solvents, just leaving clean water, and then discards the waste. And that's exactly what they do for bottled water.
That's interesting. And softening the water and their benefits. What's the benefit of softening the water?
It'll remove those minerals in the water, the hard metals, so you'll see the lime scale around your fixtures, things like that. Less maintenance. It's better on your water heaters because those minerals deposit in there during their rises in temperature. And so it'll save you on maintenance costs, save you a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah.
Is that the same, I guess, my question, is that the same water that I'm using in my washing machine?
Yes. Yeah, everywhere in your home.
So, your takeaway on that is your family's health starts with clean water. Is that what you feel?
Absolutely.
That's a happy way to put it.
So can you ignore a small drip? It's not that big of a deal. What happens if I ignore the small drip?
You typically end up with a much larger problem.
Oh, wow.
It's going to cost more in the long run. You're going to have more damage.
And does it affect my bill?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that's one way that you can start to determine if you have a small leak somewhere. People will start to see their water bill increase. So we actually get quite a few calls, customers concerned that the water bill has increased, but they can't seem to find a leak. So Eric has ways to diagnose a leak, to determine where it might be coming from, and make that repair, not just to alleviate the high bill, but also to protect the home from further structural damage. Because a small drip, a small leak, even if it's seen or unseen, can create a huge amount of damage over time.
So what about a running toilet? It doesn't run all the time. I don't know what makes it sometimes sound like it's running, you know.
That's a simple fix, fortunately. There's really only three main parts in the toilet, and common culprits for those, but.
So I'll call you about that.
Good questions are always free. We're always available.
So I need to have you come over to check out the drips and the running toilet. So question: 2 of the busiest rooms in your home are also where most plumbing problems begin. So how to protect your bathroom and kitchen from plumbing hazards?
Don't use them.
They're only for show. Yeah, there are quite a few things that come out of a kitchen or bathroom. Obviously, with bathrooms, we see a lot of clogged drains. Running toilets is the same, again, an issue with the bathroom, but that can waste thousands of gallons annually. We also have issues in the shower with scalding. So especially if you have young children, you might want to. There are things that repairs we have done to prevent scalding. Folks who have Airbnbs will also often want something installed to prevent that. So there can be hazards that come out of the bathroom and ways to protect yourself. Eric, you probably have more ideas about the bathroom.
The easiest thing to do is ask questions instead of just accepting things the way they are. Someone's always a phone call away. If you notice your water's getting a little too hot, call in and ask. If you notice something's irregular, because you know your house better than anyone, reach out and touch base. Prevention is the simplest thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. The pipes you don't see, so you don't really think about whether there is a problem. So that's good information. I'm not real clear. I guess I have to call Eric. So with like we were talking about, what should I not put in my garbage disposal?
quite a bit.
I mean, not.
Yeah,
I mean, not the dishwash, the dish rag.
The typical rule of thumb I give people is put your scraps in the trash, and then any residue that's left on the plate is okay to go down. Don't put a whole lot of solids down there. Don't put absorbent things like rice and pasta. Pour your grease in the trash can. And we cook with oil. It's going to be in the food no matter what, so it does build up, but don't deposit that pan of bacon grease directly into the drain.
How do I clean my garbage disposal? Or do I need to?
Great question.
Yeah, that is a good question. There's not a whole lot you can do. A little bit of commercial cleaner every once in a while, just off the shelf, won't hurt anything. Might dissolve some of that grease. Just don't put it down there when your drain is already stopped up. And like we talked about, prevention and maintenance is the easiest thing to do, and it's a lot cheaper and damage preventative.
Someone once told me before I was in plumbing that to clean it I should put a lemon in there, but now that is probably I think about that's probably a very bad idea. Right?
It's not nice.
It smells good, but probably destroys it.
And like most things in life, moderation's key. I'm sure you can take a little slice of lemon. It's not gonna hurt anything. Just don't stuff a whole lemon down your drain.
That's interesting. So, I've heard that I can do baking soda or maybe bleach. I don't know that that's allowed.
Yeah, absolutely. Both those things would work. The main thing I would caution against is like knowing not to mix ammonia and bleach in your chemical compositions. It's totally safe to pour down the drain. Just don't get crazy and pour everything from into your kitchen cabinet.
Good deal. Okay, so we're talking about a healthy house, a healthy house, and healthy people in the house. Cross-contamination, mold under sinks, sewer odors, bacteria growth, all of those things happen in the kitchen with the garbage disposal.
Garbage disposal, leak under sinks. Those are all things that could come up from not maintaining the home.
And those small leaks, like we talked about, are important. Mold growth can be incredibly damaging to your health, so just ignoring something that's a little off or a small leak, and it's not going to go away. It can be very damaging to you and your family, so it's smart to just take a look and resolve the problem before it becomes a much bigger issue. Right.
So I want to tell any viewers that are watching, I want you to like us and follow us on Facebook and also our YouTube channel. Our Savannah Tribune Speaks are being shown, the videos are being recorded and shown on the website, on the Facebook page, and also on the YouTube page. And if you're just joining us, we're here with Kristen Vo, who's the owner of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing of Savannah's Low Country, and also she's with Eric Hamlin, who's her lead plumber. I just want to welcome you again and thank you for being here. I want to continue with a few more questions. Your water heater works every day, but most homeowners don't think about it until there's no hot water. What every family should know about hot water safety?
There should be maintenance performed on your water heater. Like any tool, they require upkeep. And as we were discussing water filtration, mineral deposits build up in those hot water heaters. A small amount of buildup reduces efficiency in those water heaters significantly. I think something like 1 millimeter in, say, your tankless water heater can reduce efficiency by up to 40%. So, like a lot of our job, when it's out of sight and everything functions, everyone kind of forget it exists until you have a problem. But that maintenance goes a long way.
So definitely an annual flush, essentially,
Exactly.
what everyone needs.
Yeah,
Every
right.
home could use it. Their water.
I think it's not.
Oh, are we still on? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So a call came through and there we go. All right. Sorry, Tanya. All of a sudden my screen changed. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I think that's one thing we always advise. At
Move
Benjamin
back
Franklin.
into the screen. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, good. Is to, and we provide that as part of our maintenance program, or if we install a new water heater, we'll provide an annual flush just to maintain it and make sure it's operating properly.
So I have, it's not old, it's probably a year old. Should I have it flushed?
Absolutely. Now's the ideal time.
Yep, once a year. Yep.
Really,
Definitely.
once a year?
Mm-hmm.
No one ever does, but
Yeah,
it's a smart thing
rarely
to
does
do.
it happen, but it is a good idea.
Yeah, I've never
true.
never done that as long as I've been a homeowner.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And that's true of a tankless water heater too. It doesn't have to be flushed, but it needs to be descaled annually to continue to perform at its optimal level.
Wow. So, again, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. It's all on Twitter. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We have a YouTube channel. I just want to thank you for being here, but I want you to tell me a little bit more about you and what you do, Kristen.
Sure. Well, as the owner, I wear quite a few hats. So I work daily with the plumbers, and Eric and I work closely together almost on every job. He's in the field, I'm more in the office, but it kind of we're always aware of what's happening with each customer or each job. Our goal is to always provide excellent customer service. That's the top goal, and so I'm supporting the plumbers in the field to try to do that in the best way possible, and then managing and running the business. So I take care of the marketing side and any other aspects of the business. And luckily, we opened not that long ago in December. We've got a great team of plumbers and have really enjoyed working with all the customers that have trusted us to come into their homes and allowed us to make repairs and help make their home a happier, healthier place.
Very good, very good. Eric, I have to say, did a good job on the pipe,
Thank you.
Good.
on the faucet outside. That's good. I'm happy to have that.
Awesome.
Yes. So, you said about how long have you been in business?
We have been in business since December 2025, so we're only 7-8 months old. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's been a fun. It's been a whirlwind of activity, which is fantastic. We're growing each day.
Very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that we need to go over? Is there? I mean, what I think I find interesting is that you need to have everything tested and checked out on an annual basis, huh?
Yes, yeah, exactly. So I think maintenance is key, and a lot of people don't think about it with plumbing just because it's sight unseen most of the time, but that maintenance will not only make your home healthier, it will protect your home from further damage, and in the long run, it's going to actually save you quite a bit of money to be proactive versus reactive. And we offer club memberships, which are maintenance programs exactly for that purpose, so that we can offer free inspections, a free annual water heater flushes, things like that, so that we're providing preventative care.
So what I want my listeners to know is to call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing Company of Savannah. Eric is a good lead plumber, and he's got some tips on how to keep your house healthy and the water that we drink healthy. And not necessarily what we drink, but what we use both in the kitchen and in the bathroom.
Yes, yeah. I mean, even in the shower, it's touching our skin. It's
Exactly.
drinking it, touching it. Yeah, we have a lot of contact with the water in our home.
And not realizing it, you know?
Yep.
Not
exactly.
realizing it. Yeah, you brush your teeth,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so you're ingesting what comes out of the faucet. You know, you wash your face. It's your hands you wash all day long.
Yes, yeah.
So it's important to keep everything running smoothly. I want to
Absolutely.
thank you all both for joining us. Here we have Kristen Vo, who's the owner of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing of Savannah's Low Country, and she is joined by Eric Hamlin. And we want you to all be aware of some of the hazards that we might have in our water, and just give them a call so that they can come out and give you that maintenance test.
Thanks, yeah, thank you so much for having us. We were happy to join you and talk about plumbing, one of our favorite topics.
Yeah, it's definitely something that is not at the top of everybody's mind until something happens, you know?
Exactly, yep.
And
Not very
some-
glamorous.
No, yes, it's not a glamorous job most of the time. Yes.
So
But
thank
when
you
that
both
happens,
for
urgent.
joining us with all the information. I think it was quite informative, and this will be reviewed and reviewed and reviewed, and hopefully we'll get some calls.
That sounds great. Thank you so much.
All right, dear. Thank you so much. I appreciate you joining us.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Stop recording.